Naresh Agarwal, and I clearly stated that I do not
No, but he said that
statement. That is what I said. You didn't give me an opportunity to speak after that. And thus I said that, you should not just change the course of the debate.
I'm not changing anything. Mahesh Jethmalani wanted to come in. I'm going across to you. I haven't got an answer from you. Mr. Jethmalani, would you like to say something about Babulal Gaur? Who's the other man? Kailash Vijaywargiya?
Mohan Bhagwat.
Yes, Arnab, these sexist comments unfortunately exist, including in my party, in all parties, and they deserve to be roundly condemned. Now, may I just make one suggestion so we can take your channel has often led to a lot of constructive legislation coming out. And I'm sure Jayanti will agree with me. I don't want to get into a tutu meme over her about Arun Jaitley starting it or Kapil Sibal starting it or anything starting it. That's irrelevant. The issue of trivialization of crimes against women is far too important to get into a tutu meme situation. But there's a chapter under the Representation of People's Act which disqualifies members of parliament on various grounds.
Yes.
I think it's time that you add one more clause that anybody who undermines the female species and trivializes crimes against them. And by undermining, you can tighten up the word, because that can otherwise let in too much subjective interpretation. But words to that effect, it can be a ground for disqualification. Like many others are, becoming an undischarged bankrupt, committing a crime of moral turpitude. This can be one more ground for disqualifying a member of parliament or a member of a state legislative assembly. I think a time for gender justice has come. You're already talking about one-third representation for women in parliament and legislatures. Disqualify people who talk like this.
Throw them out. Absolutely.
Across the board, there will be support.
Of course. Jayanti Natarajan.
Arnab, this law has already been amended by the Congress government. I don't remember, unfortunately, the date. It's not
this exactly is political again. It is not been.
That Mahesh. No, Mahesh, I'm not political. I'm saying I agree with you. And I'm saying perhaps it's not in the words which you mentioned, but it certainly says those who are guilty of any violation of laws against women will stand disqualified. That amendment has been made by a Congress government.
It doesn't. Please look at
However, I agree with Mahesh. It is there.
Right, okay. So long as you agree,
I agree with you that any person who trivializes and who shows women in any kind of bad light should be disqualified. If that is an amendment to the law that should be brought, I would totally agree with you, and I'm pretty sure that my party would totally go along with such an amendment.
Well, we have two callers. I just want to tell you about the kind of ridiculous comments and Gaurav Bhatia. Since you have decided today, to make that prejudiced observation, I'll tell you about one more leader, Abu Azmi, by the way. He's from your party in Mumbai. Abu Azmi is from the Samajwadi Party?
Yes, he is.
Yes, no, let me tell you what he has said. And,
I remember his comment as well, Arnab.
You do? I'd like to repeat it.
I remember.
For those who don't, not to embarrass you, but for those who don't, I'll tell you what he says. He says, women are precious like gold. If you expose them, they'll be looted. Women should not move around like men at night. They are weak. They should think before they venture out. Women have the freedom to move out, but only when they move out with their family. When villagers come to big cities, they see these women with lesser clothes and makeup. That is why such incidents happen in the country. I mean, if you don't throw this man out of your party, I don't know what you will.
Women are the strongest, Arnab.
No, so what?
The strongest.
Don't be patronizing.
Arnab, if I could get a word in here.
Kavita.
No, I'm not. I'm just telling you that there is a section within the Samajwadi Party which feels differently.
Feels differently, and you allow them to. You don't act against them because they are.
I'd like to get a word in here.
This is so.
No, we condemn them.
Get a word in here, please.
Condemn them. They don't care about your condemnations. They carry on. Kavita wants to say something, but I would like to go to Mahesh from Coimbatore. I'll come to you after that. Kavita, Mahesh from Coimbatore, our next caller. Mahesh, good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Who's your question? What's your point?
Yeah, you can be rest assured no action will be taken on this person. And more important, the way he talks, one gets a feeling that raping is some central government job. Shameless people. I can give it you in writing, no action will be taken. And I'll bet 1 year down the line, if you have a debate on this person will be disqualified.
It's very shameful about that. You see, Gaurav, that's the way people think. I'm not putting words in Mahesh's mouth. He's watching from Coimbatore. I know you're not putting, and
I know you're not putting, and they are disgusted just the way everyone is.
Yes, they are. And maybe you should call up Akhilesh after this and say, you know what, we should pull out all those people who've said these things and throw them out one by one. One sec, next call.
I can as a, member.
Mandar from Pune. Here are callers. Mandar from Pune. Good evening, Mandar.
Very good evening, Arnab. Arnab, sadists, masochists are there in all the parties. So none of the parties should say that, we are better than the others. As far as, whatever Gaurav is saying, it's absolutely laughable. I'm laughing over here. Okay. It's stupid to basically say that I condemn him, but probably we are not going to take any action against him. Okay. As far as taking action is concerned, I would, as an Indian citizen, I would like to know from Jayanti Natarajan what action has been taken by the Congress party against an MP who is in a public domain and who has made a public comment. So I, as an Indian citizen, I'm quite curious to know what Jayanti Natarajan
Mandar, actually, Jayanti Natarajan listens to you. Don't put the phone down. I have 2 minutes left on this debate. I will let her respond to you directly. That's the whole idea of this conversation. Kavita, I'll just come to you because Mandar put that question to Jayanti Natarajan. I think it's fair we allow her to reply to him. I assure you after that I'm coming to you. Yes, Jayanti Natarajan, would you like to address Mandar from Pune directly, who seems to be concerned of no public action that has been taken? He seems to be wanting some.
No, I am not aware of what public action he wants to be taken because he's under the impression that he's a member of parliament. He's not a member of parliament. And therefore, I still totally condemn what he did. And I have a right to do it. Just because I belong to the same party doesn't mean I condone it. And what the party has done within the party knows. Therefore, since he is not a member of parliament, what public action does
No, but Shantaram Naik was a member of parliament.
I would like to know.
Shantaram Naik was a member of parliament in December 2009.
Parliament, as far as I remember.
I totally agree with what Mahesh said. If any MP or anybody elected to public office makes remarks trivializing women in this way, that the law should be amended to take action against them is something I unreservedly endorse.
I really think that, the reason why we keep picking these things up is only because this is unacceptable in 2013. But, unfortunately, Ms. Natarajan, I am not making a generalization about you or Gaurav Bhatia and Mahesh Jethmal. I like to preface this by saying that all three of you represent the more progressive voices and members of political parties. But you see, there are some political party leaders in your parties who have a medieval mindset. Unless you expose them, make them come out and punish them publicly and say that we do so, we will not be satisfied. What's it?
In all parties, even in the Samajwadi Party, there is a section of the party who do not...
Throw them out. Throw them out, Gaurav. Time has come to throw them out. Last word to Kavita.
To the party leadership.
Throw them out. Throw them out. Don't care about what happens.
I want to say this is not... I want to say that this is not about a few leaders with a medieval mindset. I'd like to disagree there. I believe that in a party, there is a calculated playing to different constituencies. When a Kailash Vijayvargiya, who is contesting elections now in Madhya Pradesh, makes that remark, and when somebody like Mahesh Jethmalani appears in public on your channel and condemns it, they are addressing two different political constituencies. Very consciously, political leaders are deployed from all these parties to try and consolidate a patriarchal constituency politically. I think unless we identify that, they have no option of saying, oh, that's a personal view. It is not. These are public individuals. These are political individuals. And they're doing it as a calculated political move. And Mahesh Jethmalani didn't
running short of time. I'm so running short of time, but I'll let Jayanti Natarajan, Ranjana Kumari come in one after the other for 10 seconds.
Arnab, just one second, Arnab. I think Mahesh Jethmalani and Jayanti has agreed with the suggestion. It should be the outcome of this program that they must amend the People's Representative Act.
Okay, Jayanti wanted to say something there. Please come in quickly. Quickly, 10 seconds for Jayanti. Jayanti Natarajan.
I wanted to say that I wanted to say very respectfully that it's not correct Please don't think that way about political parties deploying different leaders for different constituencies.
Sure. So on some points we disagree, but on some points we agree. I thank you
for justice for women.
I thank you all for joining me on debate number 2 on the News Hour tonight. And as I wrap up the program, here's my question: if Shoma Chaudhary of Tehelka knew that the victim had been violated in such a manner as we have revealed today, why did she let Tarun Tejpal get away with a 6-month holiday laceration? That's my question tonight. See you at 9 p.m. tomorrow. Good night and goodbye.